look like?
My self-care. My self-care is very... I can't commit to the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm like, this is my self-care, then I'm like, I have to do my self-care every day. Or I
Right.
have to do my self-care every week.
Yeah.
So it's more like, oh, hey, Olive. This is my self-care.
Yeah, my dog.
Yeah, I guess every day if I I'm always listening to my body. I guess that's part of my degree as well. But
Yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, if I'm like, oh, like that was really strenuous, it's like an Epsom salt bath. Or if I just feel like my week's been really hectic, it's literally just watching something on Netflix, because I don't really do that very regularly.
Yeah.
So that's yeah, kind of just how I roll. If I was like, yeah, I'm journaling every night, then watch me not do that ever again.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like
So-
once you commit to something, then like once it becomes like an obligation almost, you're like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you've been in a relationship for so long. You sound like you have
'Cause I could
commitment
commit for that long.
issues.
Well, I mean, that's like, because there's two of us. We both have to keep each other accountable, right?
True.
Self-care, that's just a me thing.
Yeah.
That's a relationship between me, myself, and I.
Right. But like your relationship with Brad is like, if I do something wrong, then I let him down. So it's like
Yeah.
someone else keeping you accountable.
Yes.
I think that's why my business has been like going for so long, because like if I don't do my job and follow through with like my edits and stuff like that, then I'm letting other people down.
Yeah.
Like-
Other people to keep you accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, not to say that you don't love your job.
No.
But like,
I do.
when you're working alone and you don't have a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, uni was really hard, but at least I had to be there at 8 o'clock every single Wednesday and for a bit Thursday.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, nothing gets you out of bed better than I have an hour drive. So I need to be ready.
Yeah. How long was your course?
Should have been 4 years.
Okay.
But it took
was
me
10.
Yeah, it felt like it was that long. It ended up being nearly 6.
Okay.
But yeah, I think at the start, because I was doing a lot of full-time work and I was doing vintage as well. So I'd like lose half the year. But
Yeah, true.
I really don't think there's any benefit to doing your degree in 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if you absorb the same amount. It's a lot to, like they smash a lot of subjects in at once.
Yeah.
And then you come out of it and you have just kind of done the bare minimum.
And just like memorize what you needed to for the test almost, instead of like actually absorbing it. Hey.
Yeah, no, 100%. So that probably worked for me, like definitely in my favor. And plus I met the most beautiful people like this last year.
Oh my gosh. And imagine if you like took your 4 years, you would have never met them.
No, exactly. And it's just such a reminder that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And that I just am so aligned with these people. And if they're listening right now, they're going to just be like, hopefully feeling the same things.
Yeah.
But we just clicked so well. We just get each other on a level like I've never experienced that before with another group. So, yeah.
That's so cool. Imagine that you have a lot in common with those people, because you're obviously all there for the same reason, but your line of work as well and what you've been studying is so holistic and so like, you know, mind, body, soul, all connected. So the people that are interested in that are going to be quite similar to you.
Yeah. No, 100%. And I think because we're so aware of like how important connection is, and especially from a health perspective, if you don't have community, like how quickly your health can decline.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so it's such a big part of so many people's presentations. They come in and they've just got no purpose. They've got no one to really lean on. They don't have, you know, everyone has a job or something that they do in their daily and things that they're obligated to do. But it's the other side of it where there's things that you don't have to do but you want to do them. And that side is so fulfilling and like so healing. And I think because of that, when we all connected, I think we were also aware of like how, for one, rare it is to have that kind of connection, and two, how important it was to hold on to that.
Yeah.
And, like really help that grow. And
did that help your like motivation to actually go to uni as well? Because then you're like looking forward to like seeing your community.
Yeah, 100%. And I think if there was anything that happened that I thought, oh, no one else is going to really get the context of this.
Yeah.
They always got it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're in the trenches with them at the same time. Like uni is no joke. And I think everyone says that, but until you're there, it's like,
I can't even imagine
Yeah.
studying, like, after being out of school for so long as well. Like,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot. But I mean, if everyone that wants to go to uni, go to uni.
yeah, shout out UniSA, sponsor me. No, but like, yeah. But imagine, like, I think it's also beneficial that you waited long enough to figure out what you actually wanted to study instead of just having the societal pressures of like, okay, after school we have to go to uni or college, and like that's how it is in America.
Yeah.
And then people get 2 years through a degree, so they've got what, like $20,000 worth of debt already, and then they're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's probably not what I want to study. And it, instead of just waiting for a couple years and then realizing who you are and what like speaks to your soul a little bit more than just like, oh, I guess I could be a teacher because that's what my friends are doing. You know?
100%. And you're so pushed at high school. Like, no one has any idea. You have no life experience.
No.
You've picked subjects a lot of the time based on what your friends are doing.
Yeah.
Or maybe what you were good at, not necessarily what you liked.
Yeah.
Which again is so subjective. I feel like depending on which school you go to, or like whether you got on with the teacher and things like that, can really affect it. And then all of a sudden you're in
Seriously.
this massive commitment to do a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
So
Once you're so like, yeah, I feel like your identity is tied to all of those things, like who likes what teacher, who like who's the cool group, or like what everyone else is doing, what sport everyone else is playing, and then you decide to do your degree and you're pulled out of that pool, like that pool of people, and then you're still left with that decision. It's like, wait, does this even align with me?
That's probably my worst nightmare now looking back.
Yeah.
But I would have ended up in forensics.
Yeah, right. Is that what you thought you were keen to do?
Yeah, if I'd stuck with like what I got into when I left school. But no, it's funny like how much you do change though. Even in, before COVID hit, I was happy being a cellar hand.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make money and then we'll like do these renovations and travel and I'll just be happy in this job.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't even know. Like one moment I was happy and then the next I thought, I think I got an ad on Facebook for the college. And I was like, hell yeah. And then like
That's
the
so
next
funny.
day, like enrolled.
Yeah, right.
So
Every time I see those, I'm like, who's clicking on this?
Yeah, I'm the sucker that clicks. Yeah, so Endeavour, your advertising strategy worked.
Yeah, literally. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Where is the actual school at? Is it in the CBD?
Yeah, it's on Curry Street.
Yeah, right.
And it's the tiniest little campus, but she's cute.
That's so cute. So what's your plan now that you're finished with uni?
So I'll probably start consulting in March.
Okay.
I haven't really set anything up yet, so if you got any tips, help a girl out.
Oh, like set up with like your system?
Yeah, so I'm also working on a website.
Yeah.
That has been a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Oh my gosh. It's like hours and hours of work. Hey?
Yeah. I've put probably 15 hours in already and it's just the front page.
Are you building it on like Squarespace or something?
So I can't even think of the program that I'm using. Like that's how useless I am.
Okay. WordPress?
That sounds familiar. Yes.
Canva?
Yes, WordPress.
Oh, WordPress?
We'll go with WordPress.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I think the problem is because I know it's so permanent and it's just out there, and when you're first starting, your personality is just going to be like out in the world, and I think you were probably similar when you started your own brand.
Yeah, for sure.
Like your personality is your brand, and you have to figure out a way to market that.
Yeah.
And make that sellable.
It's so vulnerable, hey?
It is so vulnerable. And it's a lot. It's a big, I guess, what's the word? Like transition.
Yeah.
When you're a student and then all of a sudden you have to be like, no, now I'm like at this second, I'm now qualified.
Yeah.
And now I've got to like, the imposter syndrome is, it's very real.
Because you've just been like working for like study for so long and now it's like, oh, this is what I was working for. Like now I have to actually like,
man,
put it to use.
I don't know, for a bit there I kind of forgot that this is
that was the
I
point.
Oh yeah, like for a bit there I just thought, oh, I could just keep doing this. I could keep being in student clinic.
Yeah, you just start identifying with exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
I feel like I get that with other things like what do they call it, like object permanency or something.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that is such a thing. Although Yeah. Isn't that when it's in front of you, like it feels permanent and then
Yeah.
it's gone, but then it's like if you kind of forget about it?
Yeah. Or like you leave a place or a situation, you just think that is exactly how it was when you left it. And then you go back and you're like, why is everything different?
Yeah. This is so wild because literally the drive home yesterday, I was thinking about how, so at a caravan park, right?
Yeah.
There's obviously a lot of people that will be in the same site as you. But when you were there, you're like, this is my site.
Yeah.
But like, unbeknown to you, there's like potentially another 30 people staying on that site.
Yeah.
Between, like, if you go there year after year. Like,
Yeah.
You're sharing that with a lot of people.
But it's like you claimed it. Yeah. It's like, this is mine. I'm emotionally attached to this piece of dirt.
Yeah. This is my view, and this is my little patch of artificial turf. And I was like, this is weird.
Wow, I've never thought about that. But I also agree that no one else stays at the exact campsite that I stay
My
at.
campsite. And then you're like, yeah, it just makes me feel, it's almost like if someone was like in your house when you're not there. That's how it made me feel.
Yeah.
But anyway, side note.
Are you okay?
Yeah, still processing.
They probably didn't even put their chair where you put your chair.
Yeah, what
It's
even
not
is
even
that?
the right spot.
Probably sitting in the sun. Like, who does that?
I went camping in Streaky and I rocked up, and the people I went with, so I was the late camper. I was the late camper. I'd also turned Irish when I was in Streaky.
I don't think you went far enough away.
Yeah. Dude, it felt like I was almost at Ireland. That's how long this drive was. It was like 7 hours. And I got 2 hours in. Someone called me. They're like, how's the drive going? I was like, it's actually so fast. And they're like, all right, well, calm down. Like, you're 2 hours in. Let's talk again at 11.
You're not going through the thick of it yet. You're like,
yeah.
You're in the honeymoon phase of the drive.
Yeah, literally. And I was. Because, like, the first, 2 hours of the road trip were so fun because the sun hadn't rose yet, so I was excited for that. And then I had to get gas at different gas stations I've never been to before. And then there's just so much excitement, so many snacks ahead of me. And then literally the 5 hour stint, it was brutal. And on the way back, so I was leaving. It was obviously the drive there is so much better than the drive back as well. And I was like, this is how brutal the drive there is.
That's when I had my existential crisis, being like, other people stay on my side.
Yeah.
Because I was driving home.
Seriously. It's like you think of anything that could be wrong with the world that doesn't even exist. So I left at 5 a.m. that morning, and I got an hour into the trip and realized I hadn't filled up my car, and obviously no gas stations open at 5 a.m. Yeah, so anyways, then I'm on the road, and I remembered that there was a self-serve gas station that was on the drive. And so I was like, I'll just go there. And I took my surfboard down, didn't even surf, so that was defeating in itself, because it was such a process getting my roof racks and the straps and figuring out how to tie them and all this stuff, just big mental load,
big individual
growth.
I need no man.
Yeah. I hate those moments. I'm like, I do need a man. I would so much rather not do this myself.
Can you get my surfboard down?
Yeah. Just a girl. Yeah. And it's a mega surfboard too, so it's just so heavy. Anyway, I had my surfboard and the car all packed and stuff, and then the way that the self-serve machines worked is that you have to go up to the ATM, put in your pump number, and then pay for it, and then go and pump it, and then you go back to get your receipt. And I put the number in, and I'm half awake, and I realized that once I got back to the pump that I put the wrong pump number in, and the pump that I used was AdBlue or something. I don't know what it is. So
What is that?
it's not, it says on the machine, not petrol, not diesel. And I was like, well, that's what's left.
Category X. Yeah.
What else do they sell? Is it air?
It's like water.
Yeah. Can I drink it? Is this ocean water? So then I went back to the ATM and I was like, dang, that's $50. So, but then I realized that my card had declined because I wasn't using my regular card. I was like, oh, hell yeah. The only time I've ever been excited about my card declining. And then I was like, oh, cool, I'll do it again and put it on the right card. And then I put in the pump number, went back and realized it did the same exact thing again. I was like, what is going on? I just like put my head against this ATM like this. I'm just like leaning there,
So
like
I was just watching you on the camera, like
yeah, this poor chick.
and then someone's just got their coffee, like.
Literally, I'm like, another $50. So then I just paid for another one, and then I did the right pump, and then filled it up, and then I went to get back in my car, and there was like literally a like hawk stuck underneath my surfboard that I must have hit, and I had no idea, and I was just like. I literally said out loud, I was like, no. And it was like so beautiful. Like, you know how beautiful the birds are in Australia? Like, they're stunning. And so I'm like sad about this. I'm like looking around. There's like a toilet stall thing that has like no doors or anything, but they had toilet paper. So I got some toilet paper and like grabbed its wing. And then I'm just like holding it and contemplating if I dig a hole or if I put it in the bin. And I'm like, I've taken this poor like bird's life. And I haven't even used my surfboard, and I've just like brought it on this trip to kill a bird. And so I like put it in the bin, and I'm like, I don't have anything to dig a hole with. And then go back to my car, and legit, like I look up, and there's a camera pointed right at my car. So someone's just watched me completely crash out over this pump
Like multiple times.
And then they're like, where did she get that bird?
That's like made someone shift to security that day. Was like, guys, we hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Come over here.
5 a.m. shift is best. But then that was like the start of my drive. So I had another like 6 hours after that.
Ruminating, like, I wonder if the hawk's okay. I wonder if its family is.
Literally. And I saw the blood on my car first. I was like, that's a big bug. And then I looked like further and I was like, oh no.
It's always the way. And always when you're on your own.
Yeah.
Like the weirdest shit stuff.
You can swear. Sometimes I swear.
It's like at that point I don't even know what's in my vocabulary, so I gotta work on that.
No, you're good. I'll just have to put explicit now. My nephew.
R-rated.
Yeah, literally. My nephews in America listen to it and they think I'm famous.
Well, you are famous. That's what I mean. I'm starstruck. I feel like that's peak when you've got your own podcast. It's like worldwide. It's published.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here. We can't go any further.
Downhill.
I peaked.
Oh man,
This is my peak.
Thought like when you were talking about the hawk story. So really, this is not related to hawks or anything. I don't even know why I thought of this.
Yeah.
We were at Wallaroo, maybe because we were both going to the beach. And literally the first day we were there, we had a golf tournament, and it's always like there's this family that they're all into golf. So it's like 4 people straight away. So it's like 8 people that are going on like playing golf. And we all had golf carts. It was actually like
that's so cool.
It was so cute. We were like zooming around in pairs.
Did they hire them out?
Yeah,
at the golf
like at Wallaroo Golf Course, they've just had a huge upgrade.
I was gonna say it's meant to be a really good course, hey?
It's so nice there now, and I mean I'm not a golfer, so I couldn't tell you much about it other than there's grass there now.
Nice. And that's better than Kapunda. Yeah. There's meant to be grass in Kapunda.
It's like when it gets like dirt now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that, and obviously with 2 groups of 4, like heaps of slander. We did like teams. And
oh my gosh,
Brad was on the other team.
Yeah.
And he's like giving me so much crap. And, like, and then in the middle of this banter, he's like going across the fairway and the sprinkler comes on. And I'm not even kidding. It shot them straight into the cart, like face high. It was like this instant just like, no.
When like the minute he was like giving you shit, it's like, bam.
And it's so funny because like the way that they snap out of it, like he was really in it, trying to give a shit, and then out of nowhere just into the face. And it was like the comedic timing of the sprinkle.
That's so good. So you're like, thanks boys, we got him. Shh, over.
Yeah. And I was in a cart with his sister, and it was just like the funniest thing ever.
That is the best. I love that.
As we sped away, and they're like drenched.
Yeah.
Trying to find a way around.
He's just like flooring it. Pedal to the metal, boys.
It was just the best thing ever.
I just love stuff like that. That's like, that would happen in a movie. Like, you can't plan that shit.
No one is going to believe us. And even funnier, early, like, we're trying to get used to the carts. That was probably my phone.
No, you're good.
Trying to get used to the carts, and like his sister was next to me and I was driving, and we were being really lazy. Instead of like getting off the cart to pick up our balls, like we were just like getting really close, and she was like scooping them up on the way through. We thought it was so cool.
That's so good.
And I thought she was all good, and I've gone to like speed away, and she fell out the side of the car.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
That is so good. And I love that you were completely sober in this whole thing too.
Yeah,
You're not drinking at the moment.
Not a single beer was drank the whole day. It was like so hot as well, so that would have been like a recipe for disaster, but
seriously,
it's just the funniest shit.
you guys would have just been delirious and hilarious at the same time. You would have been chasing for the sprinklers. What day was that you were golfing? Because was that like the 40-degree day?
No, not quite. It was the Tuesday.
Okay, still really hot.
It was still hot. It was still like 33, and when you're like out in the sun. Ugh, honestly, that 40-degree day, I like sweat out my body weight.
Were you still camping on the Wednesday?
Yeah, we were still there.
Yeah, right.
It was horrendous. But yeah, I mean, free sauna.
True.
Sweat it out.
And it just like the beach being right there, it just in your head. I can't talk.
That was me before, and I'm like, save it. Quickly come back.
What's the word I want to say?
So...
You're the first person I've talked to today, so I'm like, we'll see how this goes.
No, I was the same until Brad got home, and I was like, quick, Brad, I need to warm up my vocal
I need to practice talking.
And remember how to converse. Help me converse.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Olive, I wouldn't have a vocal cord left in my throat. Anyways, but like when we were in Streaky, like on that massive hot day, we were like, well, we just have to go to the ocean. Like that's the only option. So it was cooler there. We went fishing that day as well. So we're out on the boat, and I just kept jumping in and out and like dunking. Like when we got a bit deeper, like Streaky's obviously known for like really big sharks. And it got to a stage where like the guy that was driving the boat, and he's from Streaky, he's just like a classic country bloke that's just like not afraid of anything. And even he was like, oh, I probably wouldn't put my feet over the edge here. So I just started like dunking my shirt, putting it back on, and it would dry within like 10 minutes.
Oh, and then you're like, man.
Yeah.
And then you feel so crusty.
Oh, so crusty. Like I'm like a shriveled little prune. It is freaky out there. Like, and I wasn't too sad about not going surfing for that reason, because even just going for a swim in the ocean, I was like, I'm like very aware all of a sudden of what's in this water.
Or what we don't know.
Yeah.
What don't we know about in the ocean?
Yeah, the ocean's so vast.
That's terrifying.
Even just like catching squid, it's like, what are you?
Yeah. I know. You shoot black ink, like.
Yeah, and where does it come from? Because it's not like you can't even see it before it comes out.
That is also my question, and no one can answer it. I mean, someone can probably
how
answer
they make
it.
the black ink from a clear
From being
body.
clear, yeah. They're just like.
Seriously.
And, like, they're also. It's kind of like when a lizard drops its tail. Like, what a random way of like getting away from enemies. Like,
imagine if we did
smoke
that.
screen, yeah.
I'm scared. I'm just gonna lose my hair.
You see like Bob in the supermarket next week, like, whoa, what happened to you, man? He's like, oh yeah, I had an anxiety attack down the street.
Lost every hair in my body. That's just what bald people. But the baldest people that are around are the most anxious, probably. That's a fact.
Because that's their defense mechanism. The hell is. How did we get here?
Do you reckon that's what happens with age? Is like it's actually like when we lose our hair and our teeth and all the rest of it, it's just from like stress over like 80 years of life.
Oh, who knows? Actually, I've never even looked at that.
Me either.
You've really highlighted the gaps in my knowledge today. Like you thought you had imposter syndrome before.
Where do you keep finding toys?
She's like, I saw her like push the door open before as well. Like,
yeah.
Full freaking detective mode.
I know, she knows how to open everything. She's gonna come back with the toilet soon.
The toilet brush.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Or just like a mouse. I had mice like a few weeks ago, and I felt bad killing them. And I was like, they're just in the garage. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I just imagined them all like sleeping together in the same bed, like a little kid.
She's not looking at the camera, so you can't even see.
She's like,
oh, turn around. Anyway, mice.
yeah. So I just imagine them all like sleeping together in a bed, and
Oh, Why do you do that to yourself?
I know. I just have like a weird attachment to mice because I used to catch them when I was little and like raise them, and and then my mom told me I wasn't allowed to. But
Raise them.
Yeah, and then I started seeing them inside, and I was like, no, we can't. I've learned very quickly you can't coexist with mice, so I had to kill them all. And then I became a little bit obsessive over that.
Rewind. You had to kill them all.
Yeah, like not as a kid.
I'm imagining like, bye Francis.
Bye Francis.
It's nonchalant, just like,
yeah,
I just had to kill them all.
Yeah. The ones that were here. It was like one by one. But they just kept coming back. And like the traps, like have you ever set a mouse trap? It's so scary.
Terrifying.
I hate it. I hate the whole process.
The anticipation. Like this could go off at any second.
I'm like, I caught myself again. I've got like 12 mice traps just on my fingers. I'm like, what now?
Like, so
I've got nothing. The mice are like, freaking nerd. Jerry, come look at this loser. She can't even catch us.
It's like the fuel station again. All over. I was always watching you being like, what is this nerd doing?
I hadn't even set it down yet. But then I'd like put peanut butter in it, and then I'd come back and the peanut butter's gone and it hasn't even gone off. Like, how are these mice, like, they've just got like a mega straw, like sucking it from the trap or something.
Like toothpicking.
Yeah, literally.
Straw.
Anyways, they're all gone.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, so
I feel the same about mice.
Yeah, that was gross.
What happened to me? Oh, two really strange occurrences with mice. Only since I've moved out, and both when I was alone, of all things.
Yeah, right.
So our back door is just like a classic Australian screen door that you just like go out and it's, like
you open it and it goes BAM! Get to your Achilles.
You have to like make sure the top of your feet are like well clear, like one of those. And I'm like
legit, like it actually is.
It's like a rite of passage.
Everyone's got that same trauma from their childhood.
Literally, it's like terrifying. So obviously I go in and out very quickly. I've like gone back inside the house and I just heard this like thud. And I'm like, what? I turn around and no word of lie, there's a mouse trapped in between the doors, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, it's just if I open the door it gets away. I can't just leave it there. What am I supposed to do with this thing?
Oh, it feels so brutal, hey.
Oh, and then Kona, I was like, so my Kelpie, I was like, well, clearly, like, it's a dog. It should be able to get mouse.
Yeah.
And I just, like, got her and then opened the door and she just watched it. It was like, I'm like, you suck. You don't round up sheep. You don't.
Not a farm dog.
You watch mice. Like, what are you even doing?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, and then the second one, there was one under her water bowl. It's like one of those self-feeding water bowls. That you put the big bottle in and it, like, refills. And I've like gone to move it and it was trapped under there. Oh. And I had it by the tail. And I was just kind of like...
Did it bite you? Do they like...
It just like hung there.
Oh,
and I just kept looking at it like... What? What do I do with it now? Brad's like, just kill it. Just kill it. How?
Yeah.
Like throw it in
what capacity? Bonk it. Yeah. So we had the camera cut. So we're going to try and remember where we're at. So I don't have a weird attachment. I feel like I need to wrap up the weird attachment to a mice.
Yeah.
The mice thing. Because I said that when I was a kid, I would like catch them and put them in like a container and then I'd have to like let them go over time because like what are you gonna do with a bunch of mice in a container? I don't know, like I was just such a wacky kid. I was like were you tomboy when you were little?
We all literally did the same things. I had a lizard farm, so
yeah. Like you went one step further than the container. You just committed to a whole farm.
I call it that, but I trapped them all.
Yeah.
And like mum didn't let me keep them, but it was like a good couple of hours. I had a lizard farm.
Yeah. And it's like that's all it takes to remember that forever. Yeah. I remember we had Haley and I would climb the tree up in like the corner of our property, like in our backyard. And the next door neighbors would host like garden weddings, and so we'd climb the trees to go up there and like watch them. And the lady that would run them, she hated us. She's like, "Get down!" Like in the middle of the way, trying to be quiet, like quiet young. Like, can't hear you, Susan.
Shh, the bride's coming.
I object. I think that's where my obsession with weddings probably came from. But then one day there was a spider up in the tree, and Haley would never go back up there. I was like, no, who am I gonna watch weddings with? And so it was just me and all my mice on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Here you go, guys.
You guys want some binoculars? What about snacks? You guys go back there. How about you, Benji?
Yeah. Okay, so do you know what's been on my algorithm lately?
Oh, tell me.
Parasites. Is this something that you studied at school?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Have you ever had a parasite?
Yes, but it's funny because I think the parasites that come up a lot on social media, it's like so different,
right,
to what like actually happens.
Oh, cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
So what are they actually?
So, I mean, yeah, some people do have like ginormous worms.
Like, yeah, they're like this.
Which can happen, but I feel like, especially in Australia, it's a lot less common.
Okay.
And we get more, I guess, like bacterial overgrowths. And I'm really, like, I need to turn that phone.
Yeah, you can if you want.
What was I saying? Oh, parasites.
Yeah.
So,
you said it's usually bacterial.
yeah, so like a lot of overgrowth, like, because obviously gut health is so in the spotlight at the moment, and everyone's like, oh, like, I've got to get my health in check. I've got to do a parasite cleanse, and I've got to, like, you know, do a bunch of protocols and everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's definitely the bacterial stuff that's normally out of balance, like your candida, and like there's a bunch of really long Latin names that I probably won't bore you with. That a lot of them are quite normal in the gut, but yeah, we just obviously have a really bad diet.
That's probably more abnormal than the parasites, or like more common.
More common, I think.
Right.
Like parasites themselves are a bit more like, you know, if you do travel overseas, you can pick them up.
Right.
But it's interesting, I've done a lot of research lately, that there are a few parasites that you're actually better off not trying to kill off. Because it does more damage to your gut trying to remove them.
Right.
Like, the things that you have to do are actually really damaging.
Okay.
So there are a lot that you can live quite happily with.
Like the mice.
Like, not ideal, but you know, it's like, meh.
Right.
Yeah, so you can, especially if you start eating the right things, like if you're not eating overly processed foods, or
Right.
like, I think that can make it a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're generally looking after your gut, like, you're not going to notice having a lot of these parasites. And honestly, if you eat a lot of herbs, like culinary herbs, garlic, like rosemary, thyme, all those sorts of things, they naturally control a lot of overgrowth and parasites. And a lot of people don't actually cook, so they're not having like a lot of those kind of things.
Really? Do you reckon there's more people out there that don't cook than do?
I feel like yes.
Wow.
In our society at the moment, in our busy society. But I wouldn't be like scared. I mean, I don't know what you were going to ask me about the parasites, but like, I wouldn't. It's just very funny how social media can dictate all of a sudden what everyone knows about.
It's like a new fad that everyone's like, and you look one thing up about parasites, and then it's just a rabbit hole of like confirmation, like, yes, you definitely have a parasite. But the reason I definitely was unwell, I went to Mexico when I was 21, so 10 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
And I was like, it was like full, like I had a bug, and I was in Vegas because we went to Vegas for my 21st after Mexico, and I was throwing up like the first 2 days and like everything, like both sides. And, but I never got treated because I didn't know anything about it. And then I went to Bali and also got Bali belly, and then came back and still did nothing. And then, it's funny because pretty much after Bali, I went back to Bali a second time, but the first time was when I got sick. And after Bali was when I started gaining a lot of weight. And I just wonder if it was correlated with that and if it was a parasite. But I never got tested. I just like took the worm tablets or whatever.
I mean, it could have been.
Yeah.
What I normally look at, I mean, the way we look at health is obviously a lot different to like conventional medicine. But it just sounds more like maybe some compromise, like gut integrity.
Probably,
so things like leaky gut and stuff start to happen. And a lot of the time, Bali belly is that bacterial.
Right.
Normally you eat something you shouldn't, like in food or water or whatever.
You know what it was? I can pinpoint it. We had this, the like Bali alcohol that they make like with plastic bags. They just heat it over a fire.
And you're like, yeah, that looks like some bitch tie me up. Like,
yeah. Me and my
in.
friends were like, it was called a rock, and like ARAK or something.
Yeah,
And yeah, we were like, it was so cheap, and so me and my friends were like, we have to try it. We're only in Bali once, and
YOLO, like that era.
yeah, literally.
That's yeah.
So
that's
it
probably
stemmed from that.
something like that for sure. And it's interesting because then once that happens, a lot of people don't do the work to then like rebuild it.
No.
Or like recolonize all the good bacteria, which
No way.
you can happily live with a lot of that stuff as long as it's like all in balance. It's kind of like anything, you know. We shouldn't really be eliminating the bad stuff just because when they get like overgrown they can cause things. It's like making sure that everything's getting the right amount of nutrient and is all like, you know, the right balance.
Yeah, right.
I know I'm trying to add more fancy words to like
No.
one thing, but
it didn't sound like it. Like
okay, good.
It sounded like it was just rolling off the tongue.
Just coming out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like definitely not an imposter. I definitely know what I'm talking about. But
you do. You sound really smart to me.
So glad.
I know nothing.
Yeah, like post in the comments, like
yeah, like subscribe, comment.
but yeah, so the main thing there would have probably been more like your gut integrity, I think, and that would have just suffered. And then obviously you were talking about weight gain. That probably had a lot to do with your metabolism, like not having enough of the beneficial stuff to then properly metabolize and create energy in the gut.
For sure.
And then all of a sudden it's like...
That was like years of like unraveling like everything I'd done to my body in like my 20s pretty much.
Yeah.
And do you know what's so crazy is that like, I was going to ask you about your opinion on this too, is like when you have people that come in to see you, because obviously you've had like student, what is it called?
Like student clinic.
Yeah, student clinic. When they came in, did you notice that a lot of people that had issues had also emotional or mental like connections to their like health issues?
Yes.
Because I was like 100%. That when I was gaining weight. I was like so depressed and anxious and all the rest of it, and just like bitey. Like I was so like on edge all the time. Like everything's offending me. And now like since becoming like more aligned with my life and like my faith and my purpose, I'm noticing that the food noise is gone. Yeah. Like I don't have any sugar cravings. Like if someone offers me a chocolate, I'm like, I could take it or leave it. And whereas back in the day, I'd be like, oh my God, I love chocolate.
Yeah.
Like,
the emotional component of food is huge. Yeah. For one, like that's not even delving into health in general. Yeah. But I think a lot of the people we were seeing, there's so much trauma that goes into like chronic illness that if you can't get your emotion and stress in check and processed, our body will store it. And then from there, you just get so much inflammation, like oxidative stress, all these like fancy fun words that everyone's probably heard.
No, I've never heard. What does that mean? Oxidative stress. Oxidative stress. What's that? What that mean? I just have normal stress.
I'm gonna try my best. That's what I'm gonna think of whenever I say oxidative stress. Oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress. I think I got it. I can't say words.
It's kind of like when you have things, we call them free radicals in the body that are like unstable, and they're normally like we normally get them from bad things. I'm gonna keep this really simple. Yeah. And because they're really reactive, they react with our cells and they react to oxygen and things like that. And it can just cause a lot of damage and then leading into inflammation.
What are they? Like the cells themselves?
Like the cells that they're damaging.
Yeah.
It's really anywhere in the body. Like if you're really stressed, I think this is where I do want to look more into this. Because I think some people's bodies have certain affinities for like they prioritize certain systems. Okay. Which comes right back to your eye color and your constitution and things like that. Yeah, wild.
That's so cool.
Which is something called iridology. Okay. Really, really fun to look at. So we can look at someone's eye color, and so if you're like blue eyes like me, your lymphatic system and your kidneys are normally your weakest systems. Whoa. And they always need extra support. So if you're under stress, like they are going to be the ones that suffer. And I feel like in oxidative stress, again, I'm completely pulling this out of my ass. Like I don't have any scientific backing for this.
But it feels like true.
But it really feels true. Like those systems that are tied to your constitution, and like, again, another side note, a lot of different I guess, health structures and belief systems like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine all believe in constitutions.
Okay.
So it's been around a long time.
Yeah.
I really feel like, yeah, that oxidative stress is just targeting them somehow. And that your body will always be like, this is my strong sister, I'm going to protect that.
Right.
Kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah. Again, no scientific backing. And I feel like it's going to be a long time before we get real research being done on things like this.
Yeah.
It's like very niche and doesn't probably seem relevant in the grand scheme of things. But yeah.
I think that's so cool. So, and the oxidized stress, are they cells, or like, what is that exactly?
It's just, think of it as like a molecule that has been kind of metabolized by your body,
Okay.
but not well. And it could be like in a lot of our like modern like fragrance and like things like that are huge molecules, like little bits can kind of come off of that.
Okay.
And they can be really unstable. And do you know anything about chemistry?
A little bit.
Like, so you've got like each, I guess, element has a different structure.
Yep.
And some of them are more unstable than others. And that will then decide like what molecule it can like bind with and react with. Because then they share electrons and all that kind of fun stuff. Think of it like the really reactive ones are the ones that have free electrons that they want to bind with stuff. Because they're like, oh, I'm really unstable. I need to connect with shit.
Same, dude.
Yeah.
I'm that.
I'm really unstable. Think of it like that.
I get it.
Yeah.
Following.
Yeah. And so it could be really anything we put in our body that's nasty. Sprays will do it. Like heavy metals will do it. It's really anything that's like, really broad term for a lot of things.
That makes sense, because I've like always like seen that, you know, fragrance and like all this stuff can really throw off your balance of your hormones, and like how, but like no one's ever explained it like that. It's so interesting.
And that's just one part.
Yeah.
The other part of fragrance is that it mimics things like estrogen, binds to our receptors in the body, and then the body thinks that we like, oh, we've got enough. So then you don't make it.
You don't make it estrogen.
Yeah. So that's like one thing that can happen. The other thing that can happen is that your body keeps doing it, but your estrogen keeps building because it's like you're not able to get rid of that fake estrogen. So it just keeps building up. Or the liver is just so like inundated that it can't keep up.
Yeah, wow.
Because all of that goes through our liver, all of it. Really, anything we put into our body has to get processed by the liver.
Even topical, like for skin and stuff.
All of it has to go through the liver.
How does it get sucked into the liver? It's so crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I don't know. I'm not going to delve into all of it.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. And then when people stand there and go, oh, like, it's only my moisturizer, or it's only this, it's only that. And it's like, yeah, but think of it as like, you've got a cup and like, yeah, it's only water, but it will overflow. Yeah. You know? And then it'll make a big mess. So I think of it the same thing.
Do you reckon there's links from this kind of side of things and the oxidized stress and all that to cancer?
Oh, 100%. And like stress in itself, I know there's kind of a crossover with words here. Yeah. But actual like emotional stress can cause a lot of oxidative stress and inflammation, which then the minute you think about the people that do get cancer and the ones that are a bit more like self-care, self-aware, like emotionally intelligent, I guess is the right word. They've done the work internally. I think you'll find that there's probably a higher success rate in recovery.
Wow.
Whereas the people that are like, I'm just going to keep working, I'm just going to like, you know, I'm just going to do the chemo and I'm just going to like keep doing my life how I have, they aren't doing anything about their inflammation or their oxidative stress. So I'm not going to make any claims here, but
I've had the same feelings for ages. I've been talking about this, is that like I think there's definitely a correlation between you know, like stress, negativity, all this stuff, and you always see like those people that they get their diagnosis and then they go on retreats to like Bali or to Mexico or whatever, and it wipes clean, and it's like, okay, is it that you've been taken out of your like current situation that is filled with stress and problems that you've given your body time to like reset almost, I don't know.
100%.
I think it's so interesting to think about.
I think of all the people that I've seen, I can always treat their nervous system. Always. I've never seen someone come in and go, yeah, I feel pretty good, or like I sleep good, or like I don't get stressed. And, you know, it always comes back as being like their main factor.
Habitual.
Yeah. Well, their main factor in their health. Like,
right.
You know, if you're not sleeping, then your body's not healing overnight. Or if you're really nervous and stressed all the time, your gut doesn't work properly.
Yep.
Like you don't create any of the digestive juices that you need to be able to even digest food. So then you're not getting nutrients, you're not getting like energy. So it's a pretty big factor, and it's really not getting the attention it deserves.
No, it really doesn't, because if they tell people this, and this is going to sound real like tinfoil hat, but if the government tells people you need to stop being so stressed and, you know, take a load off, don't work as much, all this stuff, because it's going to kill you, then who's going to be in this matrix of a system that they want us to like 100%. Be in the rat race, you know? They need us stressed. They need us anxious and needing medical help and paying like all of our money to the medical industry or fast food joints. Like, cause it all is like, when I was like the biggest I was stressed. I was not sleeping. I was like going to bed at like midnight, waking up at 10 a.m., going to work. Like I'd get a coffee and a toasty on the way because I didn't have energy to cook. Like it's so hard to get out of that. But what changed in my life was that I literally just, I healed my nervous system. Yeah. And like, I remember almost to the day, my roommate at the time said, you just need to slow down. Like, stop rushing. What's the rush? Because I'd come in and be like, oh, I have to go here now. And it's like, I've started like scheduling my day and structuring my life so that I'm not in a rush anymore. Because
100%.
it feels progressive, or what's the word? Like, it felt, is that the word, progressive? No. Productive. Yeah, it felt productive at the time, but in hindsight it's actually so much less productive, because then you're gonna be needing to make up for it later on the weekend, or you know, like your nervous system is like gonna crash. I remember at one stage I was sick with like 4 different colds in a row over 4 months. Like I was sick for like 4 months straight. Yeah. And I'm like, what's wrong? Why am I sick?
Because you don't sleep.
Yeah.
You don't slow down. Like,
literally.
I do. And it's really hard, especially from my position, to, because I don't know any of these people that I'm seeing. Yeah. To come out and just say, you need to slow down.
You almost need to live with them. That could be one of your packages, like in-home.
Live in
nanny.
You get me for a week, and then I, do your meals. That could be elite, actually.
That would be. I think people would actually pay like good money for that, just to set up good habits. Like, okay, we're waking up every morning, going for a walk straight away. Like, And do you know what else is really hot topic at the moment? I've noticed is like your lymphatic, like draining. And...
lymphatic.
Yeah, lymphatic. 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 Yeah. Lymph. Like lymph.
Yeah, lymph. Yeah.
Attic.
Yeah.
Anyways, have you seen a lot of that?
Yeah, so that's the other thing. It's really funny. Everyone's like, oh, I've got tight fascia. And like, I'm like, I know exactly which influencer you're getting this from. Like, it's getting to that point. And especially because I work in a health food shop, people come in and they ask for things. And
like the vibration plates.
And I'm like, that is such a trendy thing right now. Like, I know why you're asking me this. Yeah. Oh, so this is my desperate plea to all the influencers out there. Like, please give correct health advice. Yeah. But the lymph is kind of a funny one, because, yes, we do need to look after it, especially blue-eyed people.
That's crazy. I can't wait to look more into this.
Yeah, iridology. It's so fun.
Iridology.
But I think it's because we just are always on the go. We never get to, like, slow down. We don't stretch. If we do exercise... It's like exercising for weight loss. Like, we're not exercising for movement. Just health and to move our bodies, and like we don't do what feels good. We like push our body, which is causing more oxidative stress. Wow. And it's it just puts a lot more pressure on it. Whereas if we were looking after all these things, we wouldn't have to put a spotlight on the lymphatic system. Yeah. If we're getting good sleep, it also looks after that, because when you're like lying down, obviously it's a lot easier to pump lymph around than when you're standing up all day.
Are lymph molecules?
Nodules?
Yeah.
Okay. Nodes. Yeah.
Nodes.
So like we have, I guess, think of like the lymph as it runs really similarly to where our blood goes.
Okay.
And they exchange with each other. So like the blood is like picking it all up from all our cells, and then they exchange, and then a lot of the toxins are actually in our lymphatics.
Okay.
And then that goes to the liver for processing. And there's like there's major glands, mostly around sort of our torso, like especially our armpits and like a lot of where we sweat.
Yeah.
Because we do lose, like from the lymphatic system, we lose a lot of sweat and things like that.
Okay.
Like, into sweat glands. It basically delivers things wherever it can, just to, like remove the waste.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just interesting now that it's got all this hype and people are buying all these vibration plates when all they need to do is like move their body.
Right.
Like
they could just be going for walks in the morning.
Yeah, like get your blood pumping, because that will get your lymphatic system moving. And I mean, people sit at their desk all day.
Yeah.
And that angle, like sitting,
I
like
hate it.
cutting off the back of your legs, like that's causing a lot of stagnancy as well. I mean, I lay with my like legs up the wall at the end of a big day.
Yeah, I've been seeing that too.
It just helps it, and it's like a free thing that you can do. It's just funny. The trends are just funny. Like I couldn't look at it any other way, or I'd just be sad all the time.
Do you know? But that trend of the vibration plate that has come back in, because my mom has one and she gave me one.
Yeah.
She has two because her partner had one.
Yeah.
But yeah, back in like I think the 80s and 90s, they were like super popular.
They came up again, and it's like trending again.
Yeah.
I think in general, though, a lot of people are a lot more health conscious. Like they're not getting the answers they want from the doctor or their specialist. So they're doing their own research, and they're like looking, especially to Instagram now.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the algorithm is pulling it up. You know, they pull from our search results and things like that.
Yeah.
To give us what we need.
And it's the quick fix of like, that's what will fix my problem. Not that I hate my job or I'm living with someone that's stressing me out or I'm in this relationship that's super toxic. Like
100%. You should
it's
be a naturopath.
that vibration plate that's going to fix it.
And then I feel like because they're always relying on all these things, all these gadgets and trends, like they're never ever healing. It's just like never getting to that root cause.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, hopefully, because there's a lot more naturopaths getting out on Instagram, hopefully the algorithm pushes us.
Yeah.
And then it's less about the trends and more about like what's actually real.
That's what I've always associated in my mind with like naturopaths, is that it's just getting to the very base of the issues. And that's not what, you know, regular GPs do. They're like just so quick to subscribe you like some pills or you know, the quick fix. And I remember I went to a GP when I was like super sad, and I was like, I just don't know what the issue is. And she's like, all right, so you've got depression, which was like enough to send me over the edge, because I was like, I've never considered myself as someone that would have depression and like had to come to terms with that. And then in the next breath was like, I'll give you medication for antidepressants. And I said, I like, and this isn't like shaming anyone that is on antidepressants. Sometimes like that is the answer and it helps them. But I knew for me that I was at a stage where I'm like, I actually want to fix it. I want this out of my life naturally, not to be like on a subscription to be happy. You know, like what do I do to get better? And she was like, well, you have to make sure you're exercising enough and all this stuff. But really I just needed to heal like the like trauma or like my mental like I just needed a shift in perspective. And you 100%. Know, but how are GPs ever going to make money off of doing that? And
they don't even have the time. Like I could say a lot of things. There are GPs out there that's what they want to do. They just want to prescribe medication. There are a lot that would love to do more, but they the system is overrun. Yeah. Like, and again, it's all of that propaganda and things that we all buy into, but that's another conversation. But yeah, it's very frustrating when they prescribe, especially antidepressants, which deplete really important nutrients for our hormone production, which means that the longer you're on them, the less happy hormones you actually make and the worse you feel. So that's why they need to keep upping your dosage. Wow. And then you get more dependent on them, and it becomes increasingly harder. So that's why when people come off of them, they have to wean themselves off to give them their bodies enough time to make the happy hormones again. What are the happy hormones? Like serotonin, dopamine, like GABA. Like GABA's like your because it's like your calming hormone. So it helps you to be balanced. And I wouldn't just say like, I guess the happy hormones, that was probably a really bad choice of words. But you need all of them. Like they all balance each other and they work. And when they're all working, then you can be really stable.
Right.
Which is probably more so where we want to be. It's not like I want to be happy all the time.
No,
it's like
it's all about balance.
I want to be stable and I want to have control is probably a better way to look at it. But yeah, it's just so instant, and it's the same with thyroid medication. Like it's the same with blood pressure and like cholesterol and all these kinds of things that people go on them, and it's really, really hard to get people off of them. But yeah, it's going to be a hard system to change.
Yeah.
Like that's hopefully what everyone is trying to do. That's like graduating, at least, you know, in the last decade and onwards. We're all trying to work towards that integrative care, try to get people to come to us first.
Yeah.
And then when it's just not happening, then lean on the GP.
Yeah, because they have to be ready to hear the hard truths as well. That like some of the decisions that they're making aren't the best decisions for their bodies, and that can be really hard to come to terms with. Like you have to drop your ego and be like, okay, I actually want to be healthy, you know. And
100%. And that it comes from you. Like I am not actually doing any of it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the health puzzle that is like your health and giving you all of the tools and direction to get you back on track and going in the right direction. And obviously to offer that support, because it's much easier if you've got someone holding you accountable.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like at
You're
the end
kind
of
of like
the
a
day,
body therapist.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing, actually. That's really cute. I'm going to get a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Body therapist.
Body therapist. Not to be confused with prostitution.
I like that that's what you went, and I was like, the mind therapist.
Yeah. Prostitution. Oh gosh, this is gonna be an explicit one for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Sorry, Mom.
Getting the R rate up there. But yeah, so it's just gonna be interesting what happens. That combination of social media, things that are trending, where the GPs are sort of heading. Like a lot of them are getting more integrative, and then obviously the more of us that are graduating. So yeah, it's gonna be a dynamic kind of area for a while, but
I'm excited to see how the medical industry kind of adapts and changes, and like it's so freaky. Do you ever think about like the AI side of things with like the medical field?
That is another thing that scares me, like how accessible getting health advice is now, like between Instagram and now AI, like people can just go and chat and put all their symptoms in, and like it'll just spit out like you have this, or like you need to do this.
I literally was like, what happens when you have a parasite? What does your poop look like? I was like looking at my poop this morning for like 10 minutes, and Olive came in, she's like, what is it?
And you're like back with your binoculars that you used to use.
Yeah, me and all the mice on the toilet bowl.
Like, yo, you see what I'm seeing? It's wild.
Is that corn? Like, brother, that's a fruit of my people.
This is how we live. All you people undigested corn.
Yeah, apparently it's like the least nutritious vegetable on earth.
It's like no one absorbs anything.
It's like, of course, that's like what Illinois people eat.
And like PSA, like we never prescribe you need to eat more corn.
No.
It's like not part of our dietary recommendations. But, I haven't seen this yet.
I painted that fence because I was crashing out one day, and I was like, I think that's how I'm going to feel better. Now I hate it.
That's really funny. Like, there's a reel going around right now that's like, why do you women wake up on a Saturday morning and need to do a project today?
Yeah, and I'm like, I've got 8 hours until I complete it. It's like, there's no planning to the process. I just like, I got out there and I started spray painting my fence, and then it started raining. I'm like, well, I've committed now. So I'm just out there spray painting in the rain. There's like literal raindrops in the paint.
You're like, oh, it's just going to make the paint go further.
Yeah, and talking about like object permanency, like I had my like favorite gym pants on, but I was like committed to being a painter. And I was like, that's okay. Like a little bit of paint's fine. Like I'm painting. And then I finished, and then I had paint all over my favorite gym pants. I'm like, why can't I just think outside of the moment sometimes?
Like, why can't I just change? It's like Brad. He's always like, you're still in your going out clothes. Like, he's in this mindset when he gets home from somewhere that
Yeah.
he changes out of the going out clothes
Yeah.
into his home clothes.
Yeah.
And like that's how he's split up his wardrobe.
Okay.
So he's got going out clothes that are hanging up, and then he's just got his home clothes that are
Yeah.
like, and he has a system where if he buys new clothes, he moves something from his going out clothes into the home clothes.
Ah.
And he like rotates everything.
Okay.
So he's looking at me like, why the hell aren't you in your home clothes? And I'm like, mate, my clothes are just my clothes.
I'll be wearing this until bed. So, and then does he have PJs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's all like, it's got a system where
That is very systematic for a boy. Like, usually they're like, I wear clothes and then I'm naked.
it's on the floor wardrobe. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
naked.
Brad is gold.
That's cute. But the AI though, I want to go.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
What's scary to me is like I can use AI to help me, I guess, summarize my notes, and I can use it to like, yeah, put my thoughts together or like help me find research or know where to find research.
Yeah.
And then I can go from there. Whereas I think a lot of people don't really, for one, know how to use it. They just take what AI is saying as gospel. And it's like, that's it. And the other problem that I think a lot of people haven't really thought about is that your AI will tell you what you want to hear. So again, I've done a lot of work to like prime my chat so that it knows that I'm a naturopath and this is what I'm looking for. I just want a summary of what I've written. I don't want any more new information.
Yeah.
And it works a lot better that way. But if people are just saying like, like, what do I have? Then obviously it's going to take on a whole new response.
Because you're not telling it your like childhood trauma. You're not telling it about like your last breakup, what you ate, what your diet is, what your exercise is, like.
And it's missing so much.
Yeah.
So you're basically once again getting health advice from a doctor, and it's probably pulling all of that from like WebMD and like
Seriously.
some of those other really like really bad
reliable sources.
Yeah, like Wikipedia. Like it's not looking at the reliability. It's just like what can I put together about this? So that's the other scary thing.
Yeah.
And hopefully it keeps getting better and that becomes less of a risk. But yeah. Stop using chat to diagnose yourself.
Yeah. Chat. I was going to even say about like doing your website and stuff that you have to be careful with using chat for your like bios and your written stuff because SEO knows when it's ChatGPT now and it doesn't prioritize your website.
Yeah, which is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good.
Told me that.
It's good because it means we're not going to get a bunch of people that are just relying on AI to write their personality and their brand.
Seriously.
And I think that's good news for the creatives, that we can still use them. And I mean,
there's always going to be space for art, for sure.
Yeah.
And human connection and like people. Yeah. I think, yes, there's going to be people that do want like the quick fix of, medication from GPs and they're not going to look holistically at this situation. But there's going to be a lot of people that I feel want that authenticity of talking and having human interaction, someone that actually can listen to them and be emotional as well with them, like have not be emotional but have that emotional
like
capacity,
like a connection, versus just getting told information. And I guess that's a big part about what we're trained to do as well is to learn to connect but also to be your authentic self so that the right people come to you and that you are exactly what someone is looking for. And like you might not be everyone's cup of tea, but
that's good though.
It's
you
like,
don't want to be everyone's cup of tea.
No, and I think attracting your dream client is a big part of business, and I think when it's your personality is your brand, I think it's a really good way of connecting with the kinds of people that you want to help and that you'll connect with, thus having a better
and that's
result.
probably why you're also like feeling a lot of pressure about your website because you know that that's going to be a reflection of who you're attracting to you, and that's what makes your business sustainable as well for yourself, because you don't want to have a business that's just working with people that you would never be in the same room as, like I feel like like I remember we were at the same party once, and like my whole group of friends was like, "Oh my gosh, I've got this, like, what do you think this is?" And you're like, blah, 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 blah. And like that's probably where you're gonna find your clients, is just in big groups of people at a campsite, you know, like
Yeah, in my campsite when I leave.
yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely that social connection and connecting with people outside of work and not waiting for them to come to you is definitely the best way. I mean, it's a good way for them to get a little insight into who you are and how you act as a practitioner and all that kind of fun stuff too. So that's definitely how I see it. And yeah, I like definitely with the website, I think I keep changing the front page because I'm like, this page is the first thing people see.
Yep.
Like the other pages I'm not as worried about. Hopefully they come a lot quicker, but
they will. The homepage is, I'm always spending the most time on that. But also just know that like you can change it too. Like if you're, because I've been changing mine over the last 5 years of being in business, and you know, like it just changes with you as your personality and business evolves. So yeah,
you find your niche a little bit.
Yeah, and you will. I'm so excited to see how it all pans out for you. And like, send me the page if you want me to have a look at the homepage, and I can send you some tips.
That would be amazing.
Not that I'm like a graphic designer, but I've done it.
Well, I'll be using your photos, so
yes. From the shoot with you and Brad, or your wedding photos?
Oh, no, the wedding photos. It's just me in a wedding dress and like the rings.
Just the one of your back.
Yeah. You're having a little kiss. That's the first thing people see.
Yep. Brad would be like, that's your main photo because they need to know that you're not single.
Yeah. She's taken.
I feel like he's like probably the last person that would ever worry about that.
No, he's like so not worried. I don't even think he's ever even looked at my like Instagram followers or who I follow or like my likes or anything like that.
That's good. That's secure attachment.
Yeah.
So what's your Instagram? Where can people find you?
So my business name is Nature's Compass. So Nature's Compass Naturopathy. On Instagram at the moment, and I will eventually have my website live.
Yeah. So soon.
Will be the same name. But yeah, if you think you vibe with everything that I've talked about, or if you just like the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
Or my look.
Yes. Man, like I found the perfect naturopath. She's hot.
She looks so good. I love her style. Then yeah, come find me. Come March, I think. We'll see.
Cool.
I'll put on my socials when I'm ready, but I guess I'm keeping it a bit more open because I don't want to put this deadline out there and just be like, I am nowhere near ready.
Yep.
And I don't want to launch a business feeling like I can't give everything to my clients.
Yep.
So yeah, but yeah, watch this space.
Yeah, cool. Oh, I'm so excited. Thanks for coming on, chatting with me.
I really enjoyed chatting to you, always. And I love the tangents. Hopefully, if anyone's still listening.
Yeah, they will be. Or else. All right. Wrapping up.
Is this cue the...